Hey guys, it's a Short Chef. Today we are going to be making a great like appetizer. I suppose it's more dessert-like, but because it's a finger item, it's great to bring to parties or to have in your, having a cocktail party or something. It's a really easy thing to make themed because you can make it in whatever color you want. So, I've brought this to baby showers and done it in like pink and blue. I've brought it to school functions, and so I did it in my school colors. So there's lots of great options. I got some items on sale. So if I wouldn't have gotten them on sale, it would have cost me about less than $8 to make the whole recipe, but because I was watching for sales to make this for you guys, I managed to get everything for under $4, and this recipe makes about 9 dozen squares. That's 108 squares approximately, which is approximately 3 cents a square. So that is a pretty great deal. And it's not easy to make. It's a little bit complicated. You have to be patient, but hopefully that doesn't scare you too much and you will check it out. So what you will need for this recipe is you'll need 6 unflavored gelatin packets. So I get them in packs of 12, but we're going to be using 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll need 4 packs of like jello powder. So these were a sale item. You could get 2 for 50 cents. So I have 2 of strawberry jello, and then I also have a grape and an orange that were also 2 for 50 cents. They are a different brand, but that doesn't really matter all that much. And then you will also need a can of sweetened condensed milk. Okay, and then we'll move on to the first step. Okay, so in a bowl, we are going to combine a package of flavored gelatin with unflavored gelatin. You have to do this in whichever order you want your cubes to be in, starting from the bottom. There's the flavored one and the unflavored one. And I'm just going to give that a little stir so it's combined. And then you're going to add 1 cup of boiling water and dissolve this. I'm just going to boil the water off camera so it doesn't make too much noise. So I'll be right back with that. Okay, now that my water is finished boiling, I'm going to pour 1 cup of boiling water into the bowl and stir until all the crystals are dissolved. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is you are going to pour it into a pan. You're going to want the biggest pan you possibly have. And you're going to want to spray it with some non-stick cooking spray. That looks good for you, hey? Alright, and then pour this into the bottom. I may have selected a pan that was too big because it doesn't completely cover the bottom. That's okay. It's going to get it spread everywhere. Okay, now you're going to put this into your fridge. I probably should have warned you that you need some fridge space for this. And you're going to let it set for about 20 minutes because you don't want it to be completely solidified. You just want it to. Meanwhile, in another bowl, and I'm sorry I don't have another glass one, you're going to combine the condensed milk. So I've already opened it here to save some time, and put that into the bowl. And just a sec, we're going to need a spatula. If you've never tried it, try putting this in coffee. It's called, well, it's not completely right because you'd need special coffee as well, but it's kind of a Malaysian style coffee. A lot of Southeast Asian countries use the sweetened condensed milk instead of sugar in milk, and it's actually pretty good. They do it in tea as well. I'll stir, and then you're going to put 1 cup of boiling water in there as well. Should rinse out your measuring cup. Set your milk as an orange or blue or whatever color you're using. Give that a little stir. And then in another bowl, a small one, do 1 packet of unflavored gelatin. Over a 1/4 cup, maybe I make this actually, a 1/4 cup of cold water. So that's cold water. Oh, this recipe takes up a lot of spoons. Okay. And then let that sit for 1 minute so that this gets a little bit thicker. After that sat for a minute, add 3/4 cup of boiling water to the cold water and gelatin. Give that a little bit of a stir. And then add this to the milk mixture. Warn you that this doesn't smell superb. Okay, now we're just going to let that sit until the 20 minutes is up for the orange layer, and I'll be back to add this on top. Okay, so after 20 minutes, and this is mostly set, we're going to put a 1 1/4 cup of the milk mixture over the first layer of gelatin. So this, I put it in this bowl also because it has a nice pouring spout. So measure that out. It's 1 cup and 1/4 approximately. And then this goes on top. You can see the bottom of this pan is warped because it is thicker on one side than the other. But I also should have used a smaller pan. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. I'm thankfully not making these for function. I'm just making these for myself. So they might be a little bit ugly, but I think you'll get the idea. So this goes back in the fridge, this time for 25 minutes. Okay, the rest of the recipe I'm just going to time lapse because it's really easy because you've already seen me do it. We're just going to repeat what we just did. So the next thing I'm going to do a layer of grape gelatin. That's going to set for 20 minutes, and then do a layer of the creamy gelatin mixture, and then that's going to set for 25 minutes, and then I'm going to do a layer of grape. Did I just say grape? I meant strawberry first, and then grape, and then that's going to set for 20 minutes, and then another layer of milk mixture, and then that's going to sit for 25 minutes. And then I'm going to end with a layer of strawberry again, because I had 2 flavors of strawberry, remember? So the strawberry is going to end up on top, and then that's where I'll come back on camera and show you what I'm going to do, because that one's a little bit different. You have to spoon it in instead of pour it on. And then you just chill it for at least an hour before you cut into it and make your cubes, and you'll see what it ends up looking like. So I will see you in a few hours. Okay, so I lied a little bit. I didn't end up filming putting on the last layer of gelatin. It is now a day later. I just let it set in the fridge overnight. And well, something I learned, the first time I had done this recipe, I did it in a much smaller pan. It was too small, so I tried doing a bigger one, and I used too big of a pan. So I'm going to show you, it doesn't look too pretty because none of the layers of gelatin could fit across the entire pan. But it didn't turn out, I mean, it tastes fine. I tried one. So, like, for example, it kind of turned out kind of marbled looking, but I did cut a piece out, and you can still see that there are very clear layers. There should be 6 layers, where it turned out there's only 4 on this side, and then I bet the layers will look a little bit different on the other side, but it still tastes really good. It's still cool looking, and I actually decided I am going to bring these to a party because my friend is having his birthday party tonight. I totally forgot about it. So I'm going to bring those, and it looks a little bit weird, but you guys know how it is when you're on a budget. This is, my friends are mostly poor too, so they understand. And then you just cut them into little squares, and then you put them on a plate. If you like the bottom better, you can always put the bottom face up as well. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know if something wasn't clear. But besides that, thanks for watching.